All right, guys, welcome back to YouGottaCode.com. And I'm your host, Roy Mcqueen. And you know what? I'm glad that you guys are still following along on this journey to become a Android developer, because you know what I'm saying? I love it. I mean, this is the best life balance, work balance thing that I ever had, okay? Because before I used to be a security guard and I used to sit there and watch an empty building, okay? And I hated my life. So now I stepped it up, I moved up, and now here we are. So I want to switch gears in this tutorial right here. Before we move any further, getting more into the code, I want you guys to get used to a thing that's called version control. So version control is a way to keep track of the code changes that you've made in your team members. All right, so you see right here. So there's this thing called Git. Okay, so Git is, like I said, it's a system that records changes to a file or set of files over time. So like I said, it basically allows you to revert selected files back to a previous state, revert the entire project back to a previous state, compare changes over time, see who last modified something that might be causing a problem, who introduced an issue, and when, and more. So it's a way, like I said, it's a way of keeping track of the code. When you're working in a large team or medium-sized team, it's a way to keep track of the code changes that was pushed to the repository. So I'm gonna get into repositories next. Well, basically what a repository is, it's basically the main version of the code that we have, right? So you have that main version of the code sitting on a server somewhere, right? And what you do locally on your computer is you pull down a copy of that main version of the code, right? And then you make your changes, and then you're going to push your changes up to that main version of the code, but it'll be on branches. So I'll get into that a little bit later also. So I'm just going to go over a quick, just a high level overview on what we need to do next, just to get you into the practice of how you're going to be integrating your code into the company's app or whatever that you're building at the time. So we have Git. So, and let me introduce you to a thing that's called GitHub. I want you to go to github.com. Now, github.com is a cloud-based platform to where you can hold your repositories, and which is just your main source code. You can hold your source code there. That way, all your team members can grab copies of that code, and then you can push changes throughout the process of building your app. So what I want you to do is go here to github.com, and we're going to go ahead and sign up for a new account. Okay, so it's code season. All right, how about that? That's available. So for the email, all right, so put your email address in there and make you a password. And let me see, send me occasional updates. No, we don't need that. Verify your account. So let's go ahead and verify this account here. Pick the Spiral Galaxy. Whoa, one done. All right, pick the Spiral Galaxy. Two done. All right, boom. I am a human. I hope I am. Shoot. All right, so create an account. We go ahead and yeah, forget it. We'll save the password. So here we go. Welcome to GitHub. Okay, so what kind of work do you do? So you might as well put, hey, software engineer, because that's where we headed. We're going to be a software engineer. We're not playing around with this. We're trying to make that money. You feel me? Okay, so how much programming experience do you have? Okay, so you guys are just starting off. Let's go ahead and press none. All right, so what do you plan to use GitHub for? Let's go ahead and we want to host a project. We're going to host a project because what I want you guys to do, I want you guys to get in the habit of version control as we go through these tutorials. That way you have it instilled into you. I want to teach you the best practices, the things that you're going to be dealing with when you get that first job, So let's keep going. Am I interested in? Okay, I am interested in. All right, let's put kotlin, man. So let's just put that. All right, complete setup right there. So now go ahead and verify your email address, and then we will return back to this page, and then I'll show you how we're going to set it up in Android Studio to get you going. All right, guys, I'm back. So I just verified my email over there. So now I'm back here. Once you get back here to GitHub, it'll ask you what you want to do first. So we're going to start a new project, okay? let's see. We want to start a new repository, bring over an existing repository. So yeah, we want to start a new repository. Let's go ahead and create a repository. All right, so the owner, okay, you have your username. So this repository, I guess we're gonna call it, all right, let's name this repository something to remind you of what you're trying to do. Okay, so look. Let's see. I want it bad. You know what I'm saying? I want it bad. Okay, I want it bad. So we're not quitting. We waking up every morning, we hitting these videos, and we doing something that's going to make our future better. Okay, so the description here, man, look, man, better future, man. You hear me? That's what we're looking for. So we can go, we can always change this from private to public. So right now, I guess we just go private. Click private on there, initialize the repository. So we can later on, we're going to add the readme and all this stuff. So let's just go ahead and create the repository. Now we have a repository created. Okay, now this is where your code is gonna, or the origin is gonna be here. Okay, so we're gonna go into a lot of these git commands, because I want you guys are gonna have to get used to using the command line. Okay, so you see this right here. This is going to be your the address to where the code resides. So let's go ahead and copy this. We're going to go ahead and copy this right here, and we're going to go head back over to Android Studio. Okay, so this is where we left off at the last lesson. So we're going to go to our, let's see, import into version control. I think, yeah, that's it. So we're gonna go share project on GitHub. So github.com, go ahead and put in your login information here. So, well, actually for some reason we can't log on to the server from here with just our password and our username. You get this error right here, invalid authentication data. So the best thing to do is we want to head back over to the site and go ahead and go to settings and developer settings and personal access tokens. Go ahead and click generate new token. Okay, this token is for, let's just say, just getting started. All right, so the scopes we want to have. All right, so let's just go ahead and get full control of everything for this access token. We can get into this later on, but let's just go ahead and click all of these and let's create this access token. Okay, and once you get your access token, let's go ahead and copy that down. Head over back to Android Studio, use token. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and copy and we're gonna paste that in there. All right, so there we go. Log in, boom. All right, so with this window right here, we have our repository name, which is, let's go ahead and open this up wider. So we actually could have just created a repository from here instead of doing it once we created our account in GitHub. So let's just do that. Let's go ahead and create a repository name. Let's just name it Getting Started. I don't want to put too much thought into that. Let's just go ahead and name it. So this is the Getting Started app. So we're going to go ahead and share this. Not run Git. Git is not installed. Okay, so that's another issue that we have here. So let's go ahead and click the download and install, for we can install Git. That way we can connect Android Studio with GitHub. Boom. All right, we back. You see it says Git has been installed. Okay, so what we need to do, let's go ahead and go to enable version control integration, and we got Git. Click OK. So you see right here, after we enable that, we got created Git repository and C user, okay, first app. Okay, so now we have our repository. Now we have a local repository, a local copy, which is what we are working on right here. So let's go ahead and go to the terminal, our command line. So we're here at the root where our project is at. So first app. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so you know what? I think we have to restart Android Studio real fast. So let's go ahead and restart Android Studio. Let's go exit, because it seems like it's not recognizing where the Git patch is at or located. Sometimes that happens, man. You just got to get used to running into hiccups in this career field. I mean, your whole career is going to be troubleshooting. That's what you got to do. That's the problem. So let's go Git status. All right, so it looks like our commands are working now. All right, so let's go ahead and go Git push origin. So what we want to do is we want to push the code that we already have made up to our repository that we made here. I want it bad. All right, so you see Git gives us these commands on what we need to do to push this up here. So right now we want to look at this command. We want to add this to our remote. Okay, so git remote add origin. So copy this, go back into Android Studio, go ahead and paste that command right there. Press enter. So boom, now this stuff is added. All right, so we added this origin to the path, right? So now what we need to do is we need to commit all of our files. So what committing is that we are bringing it into a stage to where, oh, these files are ready to be shipped out. So first thing we want to do is we want to git add space dot enter. All right, so now we added all the files that we have from our project. And now the next thing we want to do is we want to go git commit -m, but you need a message, so you want to go ahead and go initial commit. All right. Okay, so you see we have this error that it says, please tell me who you are. Okay, so we want to know who's doing this commit. So let's just go ahead and run. Let's just go ahead and go. So let's go ahead and go git config global user email, and don't spell this wrong because you will catch hell. YouGottaCode. All right, so now we got that in there. Now let's go git config -- global. Now we need the username. Then let's just put our name. All right, so Roy Mcqueen. Put your name. So there. Now we got that.